IKhanWhisper here, and I'm going to be playing some more Legacy of Dorn, Herald of Oblivion. This choose your own adventure type text-based game. Well, mostly text-based, lots of reading. But a lot of you guys liked it last time, so I thought I would do some more. I just noticed this four-corn button here that makes it red, so that can't be good, right? Let's try that and see what happens, actually. Yeah, a lot of you guys have been asking, about me releasing the Choose Your Own Adventure game. That, oh well, this is like an evil campaign, but maybe. Maybe not. I don't know, I'll read it in a second, but anyway, a lot of you guys have been asking about me releasing the Choose Your Own Adventure I made. And it was written in some like C++ a long time ago, and I just had like a built executable for it, but I'm working on porting it over into Python and improving it, so that is a work in progress. So hopefully I'll be able to do that maybe early next year or something. But I'm hoping to like improve it and add a little bit more graphical elements to it, and easier distribution as well, rather than how it was before. But anyway, back to this. So I guess this is the same. We've already read it. It's giving us the option to just skip it right in here. I'll just do, guess that's the medium difficulty. Alright. So yeah, we're Space Marines. I mean, I wonder if that option actually changes anything, or if it just changes like the text from green to red. But yeah, I guess I'll just summarize this. We're about to explore like a space Hulk, and we're Terminator armor, Space Marines, and we're gonna use a teleporter to teleport right over. And what do we have here? We're gonna stay. Alright, so obeying Brother Kael's command, you wait as unfathomable forces ripple and distort the air around you. Gradually, the epileptic bursts of energy fade from brilliant white to a much calmer blue. Geller field stabilizing, announces a sweating tech adept from his place at a control lectern. Finally, the collapsing energy field dissipates altogether, leaving behind nothing but the stink of ozone in the air and an uneasy feeling in the pit of your stomach. Unease, yes, but not fear, for the Adeptus Astartes are untroubled by such pathetic emotions. Geller field stabilized, confirms the tech adept. By the grace of the Omnissiah, the tech marine says, Brother Clavis, what happened? You begin, only to be interrupted by yet another juddering crash. Shipmaster, the tech marine says, speaking to the dust-filled air. Status report. The shield of Dorn is under attack, comes the shipmaster Drama's stressed response over the comm. They came out of nowhere. Who did? Clavis demands. Pirates, Xenos scum. The shipmaster's voice echoes around the vaulted metal chamber. Eldar and the most black-hearted of their inimical kind. A host of other voices come crackling over the comm, sounding like they are echoing to you across space and time. They are the voices of your battle brothers, carrying to you from wherever it is they have been transported to, aboard the drifting space Hulk. Then suddenly, the comm signal from the Hulk cuts out. All available flashes through the ship's internal Vox system. Prepare to repel boarders. Not you, Brother Nabor, the tech marine intones as the teleportarium is bathed in the rippling glow of tamed lightning once again. Power has been restored and the device is ready to fire. There is barely time to give utterance to your chapter's motto before, with a burst of actinic light and a roar like the death cry of stars, the teleport tears a tunnel through space-time and hurls you through it. So we gotta roll this, and I don't know if that's good or not. I guess we're alive, so that's probably good. For the briefest nanosecond, it feels as if you are occupying two places in time and space, as untrammeled forces, the like of which would kill a lesser being, assault your gen-enhanced physiology. The searing light of the teleport abruptly vanishes, and you find yourself in darkness, your eyes and the techno-senses of your tactical dreadnought armor taking precious seconds to compensate. Suddenly, your senses are assaulted by the clatter of chitin on metal deck plates and a sibilant hissing as bone-white and entrails purple shapes emerge from the murk. The hood of your suit revealing them in infrared as hot yellow blurs running towards you. Years of training and psycho-conditioning that long ago became instinct allow you to react without the need to resort to conscious thought. But which weapon will you use to defend yourself? Let's just take a punch. Your power fist connects with something hard and bony. You grab hold and feel whatever it is you have captured writhing and kicking to free itself as you hold it at arm's length. You close the huge servo-assisted fingers of the augmetic hand and hear bone snap as you crush the neck of the gene stealer you have in your clutches. As you drop the twitching carcass, the rest of the brood launch themselves at you. Each of the creatures is roughly human-sized, but possessed of 6 cruelly clawed limbs, incredible speed, strength, and durability. Alright, so our first little battle here. 5 wounds. Needs 5 wounds to take them out. They are, I think, as close as you can get. Yeah, let's just take a punch, you know? That's good. Or we just punch the crap out of that one. This one's, I was gonna say he was slippery, but then we critted the crap out of him. Your power fist connects with, oh wait, we already read that. Victory. The gene stealers are dead. Their alien viscera and the stinking ichor that passes for blood among their kind plasters the walls, floor, and ceiling of the chamber. The space is little more than a widening of a corridor, and judging by its construction, it is highly likely that it was once part of some imperial vessel or other. Accessing the auspex built into your tactical dreadnought armor, you take a moment to sweep the local area, making sure that a host of the aliens isn't about to descend on you from the ventilator ducts above your head, or burst from the maintenance channels under the floor. When the auspex reads clean, you consider your next move. The rest of Squad Scipio is somewhere on board the derelict, but at present you have no idea where. Something is blocking your auspex signal from reading anything more than 30 meters away. This could be down to something as innocuous as radiation shielding, or alternatively, something altogether more sinister, such as Xenos created dampening field. Aside from your fellow Imperial fists, there are also gene stealers on board. While the brute mind is still active, the Xenos still pose a serious threat. But if you were able to eliminate their brute lord, you could neutralize that threat. So what is it to be? I think we did that last time, so let's look for Battle Brothers. Oh, and that makes us a little baby man. Assuming that the gene stealers were patrolling away from the direction of their nest, you head in the opposite direction, monitoring the feed from your helm auspex as you go. However, the mission you were tasked with before boarding the Herald of Oblivion was to cleanse the derelict, allowing the gene stealer hive and its broodlord to survive is a gross dereliction of your duty, and the vows you swore all those years ago when you were first admitted to the Imperial Fist chapter. So, that's a little stupid. It's like punishing you for wanting to regroup with your squad before going on your objective. That really would be a suicide mission for one Space Marine to take on like an entire hive and hive lord. But I'll accept that and keep going. Returning to the place where you arrived after being teleported aboard the conglomeration of warp-lost vessels and asteroids that form the Herald of Oblivion, you scan again for your Battle Brothers life signs. The Allspex comes back negative. Either they didn't teleport to the same location as you, or they have since set off on their mission, believing you to have been lost when the teleportarium malfunctioned. Accessing your helm comm, you try to contact the Shield of Dorn, but all you hear in return is the hiss of static and the sound of distant explosions before it cuts out altogether. Something's blocking the signal. For the time being, at least, you're on your own. It seems likely that there is something about the construction of the vessel you're currently in that is preventing your auspex from completing long-range scans. Perhaps a leaking fusion reactor or a radioactive mineral deposit in an asteroid bound to the craft somewhere nearby. You are able, however, to accomplish a three-dimensional scan of the internals of the rogue trader vessel you are currently in, which in turn enables you to locate a way out. Half an hour later, you emerge from the rogue trader vessel through what was once an airlock into an echoing pitch-black space. Activating your suit's searchlight, its beam pierces the gloom to reveal that you are standing inside what appears to be a vast, rocky cavern. Suddenly, a designated marker tag flashes into being on the HUD, accompanied by a chiming alert. It only takes the Auspex's machine spirit a moment to flag it as being that of Apothecary Ordis. Your Auspex currently isn't picking up any life signs for any other members of Squad Scipio, but they might just be out of range. You try your helm comm and hear nothing but static. According to your Auspex, Brother Ordis cannot be more than 100 meters away from your current position, but you don't know what obstacles you might have to cross to reach him. You could, of course, attempt to boost the gain on your Auspex in order to carry out a more thorough survey of the area. Well, this game clearly wants you to just do the most Space Marine thing, so who has time for a comprehensive scan? We're gonna go right on in. The route you take to find the apothecary leads you across the cavernous heart of the trapped asteroid to a point where the blunt nose of another vessel has burst through the silicate rock wall. The impact must have occurred hundreds, if not thousands, of years ago, and resulted in the hull of the craft being breached as well. Entering this vessel, you home in on the signal from your auspex, following the HUD display to the marker tag, and it is then, as your illuminator beam falls on the solid adamantium bulkhead ahead of you, that you see Brother Ortis for the first time. "Brother, thank the Primarch you found me in time," he gasps. He is clearly in a great deal of pain, but then that's hardly surprising, seeing as how he appears to have been teleported into the very fabric of the bulkhead itself, and become fused half in and half out of the structure. Carefully, you break the seal on his helmet and remove it. Ortis's expression is one of barely suppressed agony. "Brother," you begin, not really knowing what to say. "There is nothing you can do for me," Ortis says, as if reading your mind. "I am dying, but first, I must pass my sacred duty on to you, in case you find any more of our brethren in a similar situation to mine." Clearly, the Dark Eldar attack on the Shield of Dorn at such a vital moment in the teleportarium sequence resulted in a catastrophic failure. You wonder how many more are like Brother Ortis or lost forever, their component atoms scattered within the freezing depths of the void. "Take my Narthesium," the apothecary says, indicating the archaic instrument attached to his arm that is mercifully free of the bulkhead, with a downward glance. At Ortis's behest, you release the maglocks, securing the Narthesium in place, and attach it to your own arm. There are unguents and medicamentum equivalent to 5 medikits worth. Each time you use a medikit, you restore your wounds, score to its starting total. Okay, cool. As you do this, Ortis intones the apothecary's creed between agonized gasps. It is the sacred oath sworn by all those who submit themselves for training by the apothecarian. "He that may fight, heal him. He that may fight no more, give him peace. He that is dead, take from him the chapter's due. While his gene seed returns to the chapter, a space marine cannot die." He breaks off, choking on his own blood as his body shuts down. Without death, pain loses its relevance. Ortis then proceeds to tell you the clandestine code that activates the reductor built into the Narthesium, so that you might remove his own progenoid glands, that he might yet serve the chapter still. Okay. Brother Apothecary Ortis has passed his sacred duty on to you, that you might tend to the injured and recover the gene seed of the dead as you continue your search for the rest of the squad Scipio. "Now, brother," he says with his dying breath, "do what must be done." With that, his chin drops onto his chest, and he says nothing more. Okay. Oh, we gained 2 purity for that. We didn't have an option, it just made us do it. I was kind of interested in just seeing how low we could get our purity, and if it would do anything, but I guess we're back into the positive now. Anyway, entering the code, you successfully activate the reductor. Without a moment's hesitation, you plunge its whirring drill bit into Ortis's neck. Feeling the clamp teeth bite down on the tough organ, you pull it free. Fortunately, you are also able to remove the second progenoid located within the apothecary's chest. Okay, we secured both of them. There's nothing more you can do for Brother Ortis, and so are forced to leave his body locked within the very fabric of the bulkhead. However, you are able to retrieve 3 clips of bolter rounds that are in the apothecary's adversary's possession. Each clip has 20 shots. However, as you progress further through the bulk cargo hauler, following the only viable path open to you, your helm auspex begins to bleep and chirp with activity. Overlaying the information it is picking up on your helmet's HUD, a wireframe 3D scan of the Hulk appears first. On top of this then appear the target markers, indicating your battle brother's life signs. A feeling of relief washes through you as you see that the rest of the boarding party are all still alive, although they appear to have somehow been scattered throughout the Hulk, all except for one. Your auspex has failed to pick up Sergeant Valerius's signal. Based on the primary scan downloaded into your auspex whilst you are still on board the Shield of Dorn, and from the information your auspex has picked up since, including the locator signals relayed from your battle brothers' suits, you know which direction you need to travel in to track each of them down. However, you have no idea what sort of environment you will find there, or what secrets those areas of the Herald of Oblivion are hiding. So I think, I'm trying to remember. I think maybe we did Brother Kael last time, and that's the guy that was like fighting a huge hive tyrant. So let's do this one, I guess. Epistolary Radimus. Oh wait, is this the guy we did last time? I really hope not. I feel like it is, actually. Dang it. Go back. So, I guess we're taking the same path. Well, with the signal from the librarian's suit as your target, you set off deeper into the derelict, echoing empty chambers the size of ecclesiarchy templums give way to the claustrophobic warrens of Silaxian nest spheres, which in turn give way to passages that appear to have been hewn from the rock of captured asteroids. Continuing to follow the signal, you eventually find yourself in a large chamber that tapers to a point before a fissure that rises 30 meters through the rock wall in front of you. Whatever else lies beyond the fissure, it is within that you will find Brother Librarian Radimus, or whatever it is that remains of him. You ease your tactical dreadnought armor through the rift and enter the strangely miasmic gloom beyond. The rock walls themselves appear to ooze with slime. Slowly you realize that the substance of the tunnel isn't rock at all. What you took to be the rocky exterior of a trapped asteroid was in truth the void-hardened exterior shell of some unimaginably huge Tyranid bioship. You eventually emerge from the wound inside the passage. Okay, yeah, my score is less than that. So I guess it's only bad that you have a score less. As you make your way through the fetid gloom and blood-red darkness of the bioship's interior, you wonder how it came to be part of the Herald of Oblivion. Tyranid hive fleets do not travel through the warp like ships of the Imperium or various other alien races. Having mastered the instinctive manipulation of the gravity fields of star systems to achieve superluminal speeds instead. However, considering the rent in the bioship's hide, it would seem fair to assume that this particular vessel suffered catastrophic damage at some point in the past, causing it to enter a state of dormancy or hibernation. If, after this, it had encountered the Hulk, which by dint of its sheer size yourself and the potent psyker brother librarian Radimus stalking the hive ship's fetid depths. How long will it be before the spacefaring superorganism starts to wake up again? The unsettling passageway twists and turns with intestinal frequency until it branches into two distinct paths. All you know is that epistolary Radimus is somewhere ahead, but which branch of the passageway will take you to him? We're gonna go right. Proceeding along the gullet-like tube of a corridor, your suit's auto-senses alert you to the increase in methane, carbon dioxide, and sulfur dioxide in the atmosphere. You see the soupy green miasma quite clearly yourself, thanks in part to the bioluminescent creatures scuttling over the walls and ceiling of the unnatural passageway. These are the utility creatures of the bioship, its maintenance drones, cleaners, and lighting arrays. They are not the predatory hunters or shock troops of the hive mind, but nonetheless, their very existence still makes your skin crawl and fills you with a sense of righteous revulsion. Some of these uniforms are small, no bigger than beetles, but there are others, black carabist, arachnids with leg spans of over 2 meters that fill you with a deep foreboding. Let's just keep walking down. The xenoforms take no notice of you as you proceed along the passageway. The bioluminescent glow permeating the tube like tunnel changes subtly all the time as the lamp beetles scuttle out of your way while the arachnid things move between them on their meter-long legs. You would have expected the hive ship to have had some form of early warning system, pheromone markers or snare phages, for example. Perhaps the void-traversing beast really is as good as dead. In time, the fleshy pipe you are traversing branches again. This time, you take the right-hand path, where the tunnel structure becomes more rigid, being ribbed with chitinous protuberances. Or will you go left, heading downwards, following a passageway that has gently rippling gill-like fronds emerging from its walls? I'll stay right, I guess. As you proceed along the more rigid tunnel pipe, you hear the echoes of distant, chittering voices. Your own enhanced hearing, coupled with the auto-senses of your helm, amplifies them, helping you determine that they are coming to you from somewhere up ahead. It is not long before the tunnel opens into a large, rib-vaulted chamber, the walls of which are thick with lamp beetles, the arachnoforms moving between them, reminding you of herdsmen tending their flocks on your home world, now 100 light years distant, but they do not react to your presence. They don't react to your present, the nice present I brought them. On the far side of the chamber is the opening to another tube, formed of cartilaginous rings and exposed muscle that leads almost straight down, deeper into the guts of this impossible beast. The chittering sounds are louder there. I think this seems like exactly what I did last time. Climbing down the pipe using the rings of cartilage to aid you in your descent. No mean feat in a full suit of tactical dreadnought armor. You emerge in a fleshy corridor which lacks the lamp beetles you have seen elsewhere, but which is filled with a profusion of thorny protuberances that look like sea urchin spines. So our purity is good. Something at the periphery of your conscious mind, a warning from the Emperor himself perhaps, alerts you to the fact that you are being watched. Arming yourself, you spin round just in time as that was hidden, but which is now revealed to your appalled gaze, moves to attack. That seems like a redundant way to say that. Something which was hidden, but which is now unhidden and revealed. Alright, but we got like a lictor here or something, right? Previously camouflaged against the wall of the muscular tunnel, standing before you now, in all its terrible glory, is a creature twice as tall as you are. A pair of mantis-like claws arches from its shoulders. It is also armed with another pair of lethally taloned forelimbs and a mouth festooned with writhing feeder tendrils that make it look like the creature has a mouthful of wriggling annelids. So still was the creature that even your auspex failed to detect its presence. The chameleonic lictor stalks toward you, moving in for the kill. Its reinforced chitin armor and rending claws make it a deadly adversary. Alright, so how do we... Okay, we focus up, do a double focus, and then grit him. There we go. He's getting a little bit closer here. But he's getting into... Ouch. We can get him though. Dang, we only glanced him. Let's focus up. There it is. I am afraid of no lictor. You may have defeated the lictor, but you know that you are not out of danger yet. Hunting lictors give off a pheromone which sets other tyranids nearby onto its prey. It would be wise not to hang around here any longer as you set off on your way, exiting the tunnel and entering a large cathedral-like space. The chamber floor is pockmarked with pore-like craters and bits of what looks like bubbling tar. They are in fact the bioship's rendering pits. Weapons at the ready, you cautiously make your way between the pools of primordial slurry. Okay. Suddenly your auspex chimes, having picked up Brother Radimus's signal again on the far side of the rendering chamber. You pause for a moment as you focus your thoughts. Perhaps if you concentrate hard enough, he might be able to spy your consciousness through the fetid haze of the hive mind with his psyker sight, and know that you are on your way. Only Radimus's signal isn't alone for long. Soon the built-in proximity alarms begin to sound, and multiple returns paint the scope with glowing green runes. Since entering the Tyranid hive ship, how many of the following organisms have you encountered? Just one. Well, I don't know. I'll just say one, the rest don't count, right? The first warning you receive that your progress through the superorganism is about to be challenged is the chiming of your auspex as it detects the presence of multiple life forms moving towards you at speed. Then you catch sight of them for yourself. The Ripper swarm looks like a writhing mat of monstrous maggots, but maggots with glossy chitinous shells and slavering over large mouthparts. Each of the creatures surging towards you now is little more than a broad maw of needle-sharp teeth attached to an armored serpentine body. The swarm is utterly relentless, driven by a voracious hunger, and poses a significant threat even to a space marine in Terminator armor. Alright, so we got one swarm. Wow, we have a good chance of hitting him. 100%, that's what I'm talking about. slowing us down. No Ripper Swarm. Alright. Even though you have dealt with the bioship's first wave of defense organisms, you suspect that more will be on their way soon. Quickening your steps, you reach the far side of the rib-vaulted body cavity and pass through the cartilaginous archway on the other side, and that's when it hits you. It's like a wave of palpable, panic-inducing terror that gnaws at your mind and your sanity with the sheer, overwhelming horror of it all. After all, you are creeping through the guts of some vast, spacefaring organism that is only a minuscule part of an unimaginably vast, intergalactic entity possessed of an appetite so insatiable, even the millions of star systems contained within the galaxy are not enough to satisfy its ravenous hunger. Okay, we're still good. Some malign entity nearby is projecting an aura of dread that gnaws at the edges of your sanity, scratching as the back of your mind, bringing your darkest fears and phobias to the surface. For whatever the Codex Astartes might say, there are things that even a space marine fears, such as, in your case, not being able to complete your mission or failing to fulfill your duty to your fellow Imperial fists. However, as a battle brother of the First Company, you know how to use these anxieties, how to turn them back upon themselves, letting them fuel your righteous anger and retributive fury, so that you might better punish the enemies of mankind the Emperor protects. Your declaration echoes from the bony walls of the rendering vault, and hearing your words echoed back to you, you feel your faith revitalize you. You shall not fail your Primarch, or him enthroned upon earth, no matter what obstacles the hive mind sets before you. Beyond the bony archway, you find yourself in a much smaller space. The walls of this organ chamber are made of pulsing black flesh, etched with a spider's web of what looks like pulsating blood vessels. But the appearance of the chamber itself is not what grabs your attention as you enter. The monster must be at least 6 meters tall, the bony protrusions on its back reaching even higher than that. It stands on 2 enormous, armored, trunk-like legs that end in both hooves and claws. Every part of the xenoform's body has been genetically engineered with only one end in mind: to maim and kill the Hive Fleet's prey. The plates of obsidian purple chitin that cover the ivory flesh beneath are studded with razor-sharp barbs. In one of its 4 taloned hands, it holds a bone sword that crackles with neural energy, and in another, it clutches the body of Brother Librarian Radimus, a pistolary. You cannot help yourself. The shock of seeing the librarian like this, snared in the claws of the monster, is too much for you. The Hive Tyrant. I guess that's the Psyker guy, but he doesn't look like he's in its hand. It looks like he's being pretty defiant. The Hive Tyrant turns its needling stare on you, and in the same moment, you feel its alien consciousness probe your mind's defenses, like talons scraping the inside of your skull. There is a sinister, self-aware intelligence at work behind those glassy, shark black eyes. Brother Nabor, the librarian gasps, stay back. Unconsciously, you tighten your grip on the weapon in your hand. Radimus's own war gear, his force hammer and storm shield, lies not far from you, amidst the vicious phlegm-like slime covering the spongy floor. But epistolary you begin, taking a step towards the monstrous tyrannid and its captive. The beast is too powerful, Radimus gasps, clearly in a great deal of pain. It is only then, as the hive tyrant draws back the limb clutching the librarian, that you see how the horror has breached the librarian's armor, and already has its claws inside his body. But I believe today is a good day for me to die. The hive tyrant turns its gaze on its prisoner, hissing savagely. You can feel the malign influence of the synapse creature's psychic powers, so you hate to think what they must be doing to one whose mind is attuned to such otherworldly sensations. It must be pure torture. You cannot simply stand by and watch as Radimus is forced to endure such suffering. But what can you do? A hive tyrant is a powerful beast indeed, easily capable of wiping out a regiment of Imperial Guardsmen by itself. We could pick up that, but I kind of just want to shoot this thing. Grant him the Emperor's peace and shoot him. That's messed up, but let's do it. You hit him with the storm bolter, holy crap. Oh, do we just die? What? It only takes a second and then the deed is done. The librarian's body goes slack as his soul goes to join the Emperor to help him wage his eternal war against the dark gods of the warp. But that leaves you facing the enraged Tyranid alone. Hissing horribly, the hive tyrant turns its attentions to you, dropping Radimus's corpse. It strides towards you on its massive hooves. The indescribable horror you felt only moments ago returns in palpable waves, as if it is a physical thing, like a swarm of ripper beasts devouring both your mind and your sanity. Hive tyrants are powerful psychers, and without Librarian Radimus's shielding, psychic wards to protect you, your mind is exposed to the full horror of the hive mind. Your will snaps in an instant, and it is only a small thing for the hive tyrant to tear your armored form apart, as easily as its psychic scream devastated your psyche. Alright, so I'll get us back to that point, but that is one complaint that I have is it's so easy to just like pick an option and just instantly die in this game, like what happened last time. But yeah, I'll get us back there. And this time I'll actually pick a different option like I intended. Oh, well, that doesn't seem good. We're fighting stuff. You can just stay motionless. Does it actually work? No. We're fighting 4 now. Holy crap. That was a terrible plan. Was to sit still and hope for the best. But I'm just gonna punch the heck out of these things and it's gonna be great. Ouch. Ouch. Tiny ouch. Dang. He's still good. So we're gonna get there still. We're just gonna be a little bit more wounded than last time. Actually, I think we had like 36 last time when we actually got there, so perhaps we'll be fine. Ouch. Alright. So we're already having it a little bit rougher. But we'll lose that one. We'll do that. We'll get there at the same time. Don't even worry about it. We'll get that purity right back. And this time we're going to go for somewhere else. We're going to Kael's signal, you penetrate far into the derelict. You traverse broken, twisted corridors of sheet metal and pass through fissures formed within an accumulated space rock. Sometimes your way is lit by still flickering glow globes, but most of the time you find yourself cloaked in shadows and darkness, forcing you to rely on your own enhanced senses, the auto senses of your Terminator armor, and your searchlight to help you navigate a path through the vast hulk. Slowly, the nondescript corridors, walkways, and rifts give way to some rust-red walls, corridors wide enough to drive a Rhino APC through, and familiar blocky metallic structures. The repeated bas-relief images of cybernetic skulls remove any doubt in your mind as to where you are now, if there had ever been any. You have entered the wreck of a warp-lost vessel of the Adeptus Mechanicus. Acres of grilled decking spreads out before you into a ruddy gloom, permeated by the occasional flickering lumen strip or glow globe, the disturbed dust of ages drifting in their ambient auras. Based on the signal your Auspex is receiving from Brother Kael's battlesuit, he is somewhere within the ancient ark. What the hell's that? But as you progress further into the Mechanicus ship, it soon becomes clear that something is wrong, other than the fact that the ark is now part of a drifting space hulk. There are things growing on the mounds of sludge, dripping from various effluent discharges in the walls. The growths look like large fungi, their pointed caps the color of stained copper. Memories implanted inside your head during one of the phases of your initiation into the Imperial Fist chapter means that you recognize the toadstools for what they are. The fungi are orcoid in origin, part of the savage alien race's reproductive cycle. If allowed to grow to maturity, in time they will produce more of the savage greenskins, or one of the lesser orcoid species, but that will still be troublesome to the Imperium. The only way to eradicate them effectively is to burn them. So yeah, if you didn't know, the orcs are actually like a fungus, apparently somehow. And yeah, I've never seen it mentioned that they're actually growing from mushrooms like this, but I have heard that said before. They're fungal, and that's why, like, once they get onto a plant, they just kind of like infect it with their orkiness, and like they grow with like a fungaliness like that. That's why it's hard to get rid of them, and they'll keep coming back every once in a while once they regrow or something. And also that's why you can like cut pieces off one orc and like they can just sew it onto another orc and then it'll just be good. A heavy flamer would have come in useful. Brother Brathen was carrying one when you teleported. Not that that information is of any use right now. Alright, well, that's unfortunate. We don't have anything to burn that with. You make good progress into the ark, heading in a southerly direction, keeping one eye on your Auspex and Brother Kael's signal at all times. Eventually you reach a solid wall of reinforced adamantium. At the same time, you lose Kael's signal. You wonder if he is still alive, or whether something about the makeup of this part of the vessel is blocking your signal. Either way, you had been heading directly towards the beacon of Brother Kael's signal, but the structure of the ship is now forcing you to take a turn to the east, or another to the west. We'll head west. We'll do that like Oregon Trail. You continue to advance further into the Mechanicus arc, aware that with every minute gases. You are moving further away from Brother Kael's last recorded position. You pass through one great vaulted gallery after another until, at last, you run into the orcs who have taken over this vessel. I don't think I've ever faced anything other than Tyranids in this game yet, so this should be interesting. At first, it is a tremor in the deck plates at your feet. Then, it is a distant roar, like a battle barge laser lance battery, charging, ready to fire. And then, finally, the acrid stink of hydrocarbon waste gases assails your heightened olfactory senses. It's really weird that he can still smell stuff through his whole enclosed Terminator armor. You'd think they would prevent that in case there was poisonous gases or something. Reaching a grilled hatch a hatch cover. Okay, you peer through it at the chaos and commotion consuming the colossal cathedral-like hangar below. The air is thick with fumes and the roar of primitive combustion engines, as far as you can tell, going by the crude glyphs daubed into the vehicles and some of the orcs themselves. Two rival mobs of greenskins are tearing around the ruined vault in the customized trucks and warbikes that they must have constructed from whatever bits and pieces they could plunder from the Mechanicus vessel. The orcs have created a crude arena in which to race their noxious machines, and you can see a stack of Prometheum barrels collected to form a fuel dump at its center. Such profane desecration of this ancient omnissiah. Blessed vessel makes your blood seethe with barely contained rage. You cannot simply stand by and watch as the Xenos continue to desecrate the Ark with their sheer presence. They must be eradicated. Those were your orders, and it will be your pleasure, not just your duty, to fulfill them. Tearing the grill from the bolt, holding it in place, you use the projecting cyber skull and cog gargoyles adorning the walls of the vaulted chamber to descend to the floor of the desecrated Manufactorum Cathedral without being spotted by the orcs, who are far too busy driving their customized vehicles around their track at dangerously high speeds. But how will you go about eliminating the greenskin menace? Let's take out the fuel dump, I guess. The crosshair reticles of your HUD locking onto the fuel dump and bringing it into super close magnification. You take aim. With a cataclysmic boom, the Prometheum tanks detonate, disintegrating as they are consumed by the expanding ball of greasy orange flame that is now rising from the center of the orc's ramshackle racetrack. The shockwave from the blast hurls debris, vehicles, and orcs in all directions. You have their attention now. So that's not good. That's good. Okay, only one. So probably a little bit more orcs. You direct your weapon at the more orc vehicles splashed with red war paint. Okay, still in a situation here though. Raking the buggies with weapons fire, you watch with satisfaction as dozens of orcs die under your onslaught, their vehicles breaking up and exploding around them. Before you can gun down any more of the bikers, ignoring their rivals, the speed freaks gun their throttles and power their vehicles towards you. Also ignoring their rivals, the blue-painted orcs steer their own trucks towards you. This may be too much attention for even you to deal with. Yeah, I was trying to wonder if one of those earlier options was gonna make the two of them fight each other, but obviously seem like they would to me. Faced by the rapidly approaching orc horde, you have three options. Right at the front of the pack, there is a customized orc truck to your left, and a warbike to your right. Both are carrying far too many hangers on to be safe. You could either try to take one of these two vehicles out before they reach you, or you could try getting out of the way of the convoy altogether. I don't think getting out of the way is going to work. I mean, they can turn. And I'm in a huge power armor. I'm going to try and take out the truck, because maybe it's somewhat important, since it says it's, it just says customized. Yeah, we'll try and do that. Amazingly, the truck withstands your attack, but its driver doesn't, and as the orc dies, it pulls down hard on the vehicle's primitive steering controls, sending the 4x4 slowing sharply left and straight into the warbike. That's what I was hoping for. The collision sends the orcs aboard the warbike flying through the air, as the rest of the convoy piles into the back of the two colliding vehicles. The other drivers, unable to stop themselves in time, bikes, trucks, and war tracks are all consumed by a rapidly expanding ball of greasy orange flame and promethium black smoke as weapon magazines and petrochemical fuel tanks combust in one almighty explosion. With a throaty engine roar, like the guttural bellow of an enraged squiggith, a huge steel and ceramite gun beast emerges from amidst the roiling flames. It is bedecked with several large bore cannons, while a mob of whooping greenskins hangs from its running bars. Some of the smaller specimens are even straddling the sponson gun positions. Its black metal prow is scratched and scorched and dented by a myriad bullet holes, rocket impacts, and damage from head-on collisions with other orcish machines, and it's heading straight for you on clanking treads. So wait. Oh, at first I thought it actually was an animal, but it said, like a squiggith. Okay, so that makes more sense. Its driver is clearly intent on grinding you to a pulp beneath its 4-axle mounted death roller. Against such a powerful machine, will you stand your ground and rain weapons fire down upon the clanking war beast with everything you have, or will you run for cover? I mean, it's probably going to punish me for being unspace marine-like, but I mean, let's just not be run over. Okay, so we're alive, so we're not dead, so that's probably better than expected, but we lost 2 purity. Turning your back on your nemesis is hardly an act befitting a space marine of the first company of the Imperial Fist chapter. Your action is futile anyway, as mere moments later, see, they just punish you for making smart decisions. The mobile fortress smashes into you, and your heavily armored body is dragged beneath its powerful wheels. We're still good though. You are lying on your back in the desert, your battle with the core clansmen over. You have won, but you are dying nonetheless. You can feel it. And then, there above you, in the bleached white sky, you see a golden angel descending on wings of fire towards the honor arena. Only they aren't wings of fire, and the radiant being isn't an angel. You see it now for what it really is. An Imperial Fist Space Marine coming to ground, its jetpack slowing its descent. Only it isn't the roar of the Battle Brothers jetpack you can hear. It's the shrill whine of the circular saw, and then a sympathetic vibration starts up in your armored suit, and your body, bound within it, begins to shudder in sympathy. Opening your eyes, the patches of gray supernova resolving into shapes before you. You sit up. In response to this simple action, you hear what sounds like a guttural bark of surprise. You are in a dimly lit chamber that feels almost claustrophobic after the last chamber you were in. Standing in front of you, the running power saw still clutched in one meaty paw, is a large orc with what looks like a pack of heavy tools strapped to its back. It grunts as it regards you with one beady eye, and one eye that is an oversized red-lensed augmetic. Behind the green sin, you see several smaller specimens run for the cover of the shadows at the corners of the chamber. It appears that the orc engineer was attempting to cut you out of your Terminator armor when you came round just in time. With another grunt, the mechaniac, yeah, a maniac mechanic, I guess, drops the cutting tool, picks up a power drill, and comes at you. We're gonna focus up here. I don't think that hit him. Ouch. Or we're gonna punch him. Oh, it only glanced. But that shook him. There we go, that's what I'm talking about. It would appear the orc engineer was oh yeah, we read that. The mechaniac falls to the ground dead, its Gretchen crew running from the room, jabbering in fear. The chamber is full of all manner of metal detritus. Everything from salvaged, toothed gears to what appears to be the cores of cogitator relays. In front of you stands the open archway through which the Gretchen fled. There are no other obvious ways out of this room, in or out. Let's look through. Oh, we got an achievement. The master crafted storm bolter, yes. To begin with, every piece of junk you uncover in the Mech Boy's workshop is just that, junk. That is, until you find the storm bolter, an ancient relic of your own chapter. The finely etched decoration on the weapon is wondrous to behold, the work of a master artificer. And praise the Emperor, as far as you can tell, it is still in working order. But your heart sinks when you read the name inscribed upon the bolter's barrel, Kael. For Brother Kael to have become separated from his holy storm bolter, for it to end up here, his situation must be dire indeed. It is your duty to recover this ancient relic, and you sincerely hope that you will be able to return it to Brother Kael himself before too long. It is time you are about your original mission again. Okay. I was gonna stop, but I mean, we just found Brother Kael, so you can't stop right there, right? Let's try and get him. Outside the mechaniac's workshop. What? What does that say right here? I don't want to read that. Outside the cache, you find yourself in a passageway that is all exposed cabling and air circulation systems. This in turn leads you into another, more brightly lit chamber, but the sight that greets your eyes has you cursing the Xenos to an external torment in the warp. Lying on a slab of cold steel is Brother Kael's corpse, stripped of his armor. It is quite clear that he is dead. The orc surgeon standing over him, having already amputated all of his limbs. Well, yeah, that makes it pretty clear, right? That he's not alive. The Pain Boy is now in the process of removing Kael's black carapace from the flesh of his torso. Uncontrollable rage, as hot as the agony of the pain glove, consumes you. Focusing your anger and pain into a potent war cry, you launch yourself at the orc. obviously the power fist is just the best all the time. Does so much damage at close range. He just has one hit left. Oh, I was gonna say he left a little bit of like some shoes behind or something there. Ooh, we got a lightning claw, dang. Getting all the achievements now, guys. The Pain Boy dead. You turn your attention to the violated cadaver of your battle brother. No Imperial fist should be forced to endure such an ignoble end as this. Brother Kael's armor lies abandoned in one corner of the room, discarded like so much trash, along with one of his mighty lightning claws. You have no idea where the second one is. The close combat weapon is truly magnificent armament, each of its long finger blades painstakingly etched with scenes of the Imperial Fist's defense of the palace of the Emperor on Terra. Yeah, we're gonna pick that up. Yeah, why would you not take the lightning claw? Boom. There's one more thing you might yet be able to do for Kael, and that is recover his gene seed. But did Ordis show you how to use his redactor before he died? Yes, he did. Oh yeah, got that due purity back from our cowardly display before being hit by a truck. I wonder if we picked the other one, would we not have lost purity and still just gotten by a truck, or would we have died? You never know with this game. You enter the code and successfully activate the reductor. Since Brother Kael has already been stripped of his armor, it is a straightforward matter to extract his progenoid glands, storing the two grisly lumps in their own stasis chamber inside Brother Ordis's Narthesium. Okay. So this is where we are going to stop. So we can pick this up another time. Definitely leave a like or a comment if you enjoyed it and want to see that next episode, and more to come after that if we don't ace this on this current playthrough, which is probably unlikely. I don't know how long this is actually. But yeah, I always enjoy Warhammer 40K, and I'm glad we got to see some new stuff on this playthrough here. So, with that, I will see you guys